Okay, how it look? The stream is on already. I guess it's gonna take a little while before you can see how it actually appears today. It works. Is it clear?
Yeah, but the slides are behind the video.
Slides, yeah, that's.
The laptop and phone is covered.
Let me come and take a look. Right, yeah, that's actually is fairly good. Okay, let me make that window a little smaller, and then it should be fine. Okay, so one more setting. Like this size, I think at this size would be more or less perfect.
Yeah, maybe a bit smaller.
Even a bit smaller.
This is fine.
That's fine. Okay, and then maximize this. So how it look at the moment. So it takes a few seconds. So now it's perfect. So it's perfect, except overhead projector is not okay today. Okay, so and I've been trying to put it on already a little while. It seems that nothing really affects the overhead projector today. I'm sure it's somehow related to this this guy, this remote controller. And I guess that there's yeah, honestly, I have no idea. There seems to be 3 inputs, and maybe I should select the one that the most proper one. I've been using the input number 1 all the time. HDMI. I have HDMI connected here. Okay, but that seems to make no difference whatsoever. So I will make one more attempt. So I will take this and connect my computer using this device. And we'll see if it's make any difference. Okay, so now is at least this seems that my computer is capable to recognize this. So let's just hope that that guy can recognize my computer. It is not able to do that. Any ideas? Okay, you guys have a computer, you have a phone, you guys have a computer, you have how many phones you have? 3. And then you guys have a phone. Okay, this is like the weirdest thing ever. So because I would like to get started today, there's a lot of material that I would like to cover today. So let me see this. Okay, this is kind of disappearing. Is it still all right? Is it still looking all right? Okay. So it disappeared. It disappeared because of my computer, but it should be all right now. Okay. So what we're gonna do is that you need to follow your phone or computer to see the pictures, because the overhead, this projector is not cooperating today. We're gonna have first 45 minutes like this. During the break, you go and stretch yourself a little bit, and I stay here and I will figure out what the heck is the deal with that guy. If there is if there's a volunteer to play with this remote, please go ahead and do that. It's not going to make things worse than it is already. So anyone wanted to play with this? Okay, here's my man. Thanks. I appreciate this. Just press the buttons. If it is make any difference. I guess it is not making any difference, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so what's going to happen today is that we need to discuss, okay, and also I need to see like why my screen every now and then is disappearing here. Is it disappearing from your streaming as well? Yeah. So it is disappearing as well. that it's a little bit weird. So I don't know why that is happening. I guess that I need to touch this screen every now and then to make that not to disappear. Okay, but what I would like to discuss today is that I would like to show you how you can define generalized inertia forces. This is mathematically very challenging, but the concept itself, it is one-to-one copy from the externally applied forces. So sorry guys, we have everything ready here except the projector is not cooperating. So hopefully you guys have a phone or something that you can see how is the streaming, because the streaming is the only way to see my lecture today. Other than that, it's just a blue screen. Okay, so yeah, so we wanted to deal with the generalized inertia forces, and that's the concept will be one-to-one copy from the generalized externally applied forces. Mathematically is a big mess, and you're gonna suffer like no limits. So there's gonna be, this course is one of the most difficult courses you can find in a master level. And the topic that I'm gonna explain to you today is the most difficult topic you can find in this course. So you're adding these things up, and you make the math that, okay, this is, really the awful lecture. And it's gonna be difficult. End of the lecture, I can guarantee you guys that you cannot find the door out of this lecture room because you will be so confused. But that's all right, because I'm here and I will help you to walk out from the room, so no one will stay here until the next morning. So no worries. Okay, so that's the beginning. And that's just to get started, because what follows after that is a nightmare. Truly nightmare, because we're going to take the difficult concept from the math, and the concept we're going to take from the math is related to Lagrange multipliers. And I asked that from you last week, and some of you mentioned that you are familiar with the Lagrange multipliers. Correct. So you have heard it before. So now we're going to kind of refresh your memory about the Lagrange multipliers. We're going to do that with help of pure math. So it's going to be very theoretical math that helps us to get into the concept of Lagrange multipliers. And with help of Lagrange multipliers, we are able to express equations of motion. And that will be based on augmented formulation. There are many ways to express the equation of motion. Today, we're going to learn the one that is based on augmented concept. Augmented concept will be something where we're adding constraints to original equation of motion. So it is adding with help of Lagrange multipliers. And just shortly, this is, timeline. X-axis here is a time, and here this is a level of difficulty LD. And as I mentioned, these are the lectures. This is a lecture ID 6, so we're here. So this is where we are today. So we've been like fluctuating a little bit. There is some little bit difficult stuff. Today, it goes off the screen, clearly off the screen. Then later, that's going to be next week, we're coming back, and it's going to be all downhill. It will be like extremely pleasant topic. But this, what we have to first face is a big mountain that is ahead of us. So you guys ready to climb up top of the mountain? Okay. All right, a little bit of echo, so hopefully you can close that, not to disturb the online participants. Okay, shortly, summary from the previous lecture, last week's lecture. Okay, last week we discussed about the concept of generalized externally applied forces. And remember the idea, or the big problem, the big idea behind of that, yeah, it disappeared, and I will put it back. So the big idea is that forces initially are expressed by using global coordinates. So here I have, the force vector F that is expressed in terms of global X and global Y axis. And because of that, it consists of two components, along the global X, along the global Y axis. Now, what I would really want to do is that I would like to express all the forces, that's externally applied forces and inertia forces, in terms of generalized coordinates. And if we're looking at one body, like shown in this figure, that particular system consists of three generalized coordinates. So what comes necessary here is to find a mapping between the global coordinates and generalized coordinates. And that's where the concept of virtual displacement comes into play. So with help of concept of virtual displacement, and actually more specifically with help of the concept of virtual work, we can find the relationship between the two coordinate systems, global and generalized coordinates. And that will be accomplished by partial operation, and that's going to be partial R that defines where the force is applying, partial Q, and the Q is a vector of generalized coordinates. Okay, so that's what we want to do. Now here is the whole deal. So everything gets started from the concept of virtual work, and the virtual work is denoted as a delta work, and virtual work is a dot product of displacement, virtual displacement, and the force. And now this is a virtual displacement along the direction of force. And to differentiate this from the real displacement, we can use this delta operation. And during the virtual displacement, we are assuming that the time is not running. Time is frozen during the virtual displacement. So now, how we can express the virtual displacement if the time is not running? So we can use a chain rule of differentiation, and we can say delta R is equal to the delta Q multiplied by the mapping matrix. The mapping matrix is the one that is partial R divided by partial Q as it is shown here. That's a key component, as that's the one that introduced the mapping that we're desperately looking for. All right? So that mapping matrix can be expressed in details as it is shown here. So just to help us to get the denotation that is very handy in the future. Okay? So we take this one here, we put it here, we take it here, and now what is left before this delta operation will be called as a generalized external applied forces. So hold on. Yeah, this system is actually not good, so I need to do a little bit of modification also during the break, because my computer wants to go to sleep every now and then. It seems that then you cannot see my streaming, or can you? You can see that all the time. No. So there's a break. Yeah, there's a break. The break is coming again quite soon. Yeah, this is not good. Remember when I said this in the first lecture that this is the first year that I'm using the YouTube? Comes with a lot of troubles. And that's what it seems to be. I need to apologize that this guy here, I don't know why that is not cooperating with me today. Okay. God, this guy is super annoying. It seems that maybe I need to do the settings, modify the settings within quite soon. But we'll see. I need to keep my other. So he's not cooperating.
I think there is no input.
Yeah, there's no input. I don't know. I don't understand why not. Because the guy just before me, he was using that projector. So, okay, so hold on. So you say that I should hide what?
Windows toolbar, like right click.
Right click. Oh, that one.
Yeah, so it's a bit on top of the slide.
Can I hide it here? I don't know how to do it.
Like right click
Here? This one? Or you cannot see what I'm doing?
Yeah, lock the taskbar, untick it.
Can you please come here and hide it for me?
Yeah, just press it.
Press it. Seems not make any difference. Oh! Now it disappeared completely. Okay, so let me do this change. So let me go to OBS, and instead of using this, we'll take this off. Okay, going to use a window. The window is going to be this window. Okay. Unlock this to adjust the size. How is this now? It's better now. Okay, so is it looking all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Seems that I still